Hi folks, it's May 4th, Chuck McKay here. I'm here with the magic Matt Shea, and we thought we'd review some important things that have happened in Vernon in the last couple of weeks just to make sure everybody's up to speed. As you well know, Mr. DiBenedetto has put in his resignation for both his position as superintendent and also as director of special services. The board has asked him to stay on for 90 days as the director of special services. And we appreciate all that Mr. DiBenedetto has done for our district. I want to talk about some of the important things that have happened since then. Right now I am acting superintendent, but we are searching for a new superintendent. We have contacted New Jersey school boards and they are running the process for a superintendent. They will meet with the board. They've already met once with the board. They will meet publicly with the board at this Thursday's public meeting and probably at the upcoming meetings as we go forward. They will set up the whole survey for the community of what we're looking for from a superintendent, and then the superintendent interviews will begin. This is a process that takes time, but we hope that it will cause a great outcome and we'll have great results as we move forward. Also, we're doing the same thing for the supervisor or the director of special services for that position as well. We have put out an ad this week. We will see interesting candidates and start the process of getting feedback from all of our special services folks and the community as we move forward with that position as well. I want to assure you that we're doing everything we possibly can to make sure that Vernon is the best possible district. To that, we had a great night, the last board meeting, in which we honored all of our great teachers who are the Governor Teachers of the Year and also our service professionals who help us every day. Tag that or wed that with all the great things that are going on in our district, particularly Annie Jr., the show at Glen Meadow, and you see what wonderful teachers working with spectacular students can do for our district. It's a great place to work, it is a great place for our students, and we want the best for all of them. We are working through any kind of issues that we have, and we want public support, so if there's anything I can do to help, just let us know at the board office and we will make sure it's done. I'm going to take you now to the bowels of the high school to meet some of the unsung heroes of our Chromebook initiative. We have 2,400 Chromebooks out in the district and they need repair from time to time. We have a team, we fondly called the Geek Squad, run by Mr. Matt Shea, and we're going to interview them and talk about how the repairs get done. So, let's take a look at what they do. Hi folks, as I said before, I'm here with the Geek Squad. I'm with Ryan and Matthew and Tessa, but I want to introduce probably the most important geek in the entire district, responsible for 2,400 Chromebooks and the man who's always behind the camera but never steps in front of it, Mr. Matt Shea.
Thank you. Hello.
All right, so we are here to talk about this crew that now is responsible for fixing all of our Chromebooks. Obviously, there's going to be breakage in any school district, some schools a little bit more than others, but this crew right here is responsible for fixing all of these computers and getting them right back into our kids' hands so that they don't lose any instructional time. So it's a wonderful group, so I thought I'd ask a couple of questions. Ryan, how did you get started fixing these?
Last year during the
Genius Hour.
Genius Hour, my last quarter of it was with Mr. B.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt Shea gave him a bunch of white Chromebooks to take apart. And that's all I did was take them apart. And then when I heard that during the assembly that he was doing a Geek Squad, I was like, oh, I gotta get involved. I love computers and stuff, so I'm gonna just get involved.
All right, and Matthew, what's it like to work on some of these computers when things happen like my Chromebook got run over?
Well, we first take it to our desks behind us here. And we take them and look at them, try to open them up, figure out what's wrong with them. And then once we figure out what's wrong with them, we then take a new piece, we take apart the Chromebook, we anywhere from a screen to a bezel, top panel, even to a new motherboard sometimes, and take it apart and just put a new part in and screw it all back together. We can usually get, depending on the repairs and how bad it is, 3 to 4 done in a period.
Tessa, how long does it take for a student who has a broken Chromebook to get one repaired and then back in their hands?
Usually it depends how many are piled up at the time,
Right.
because sometimes it's busier than other days. But
Sure.
if the person comes in and they're like, oh, my screen is simply broken, we can just easily fix the screen in like 10 minutes tops.
So a high school student comes in with a broken screen, you can turn around and fix it right away.
Yep.
And when the computers come from other schools, they come as a shipment?
Yes.
You have a group of them come in?
And then we fix that on our free time when it's not so busy.
Okay, pal, how did we start this program and how do we continue it, because it's doing great work?
Well, it's been a long road, and I've got these wonderful volunteers. We have 8 students that help with the program. I had heard of a similar program from Hunterdon Central Regional and thought, boy, that would be really great, because I only have 3 help desk guys trying to repair 2,400 Chromebooks. So I mentioned it earlier in the year, and one by one the students started coming in saying, yeah, I'd be really interested in learning to repair Chromebooks, and we've done a little bit with smartboards and Chrome carts and some different technologies. And so it's really gone from there. So we're hoping next year, we're trying to finalize some plans that this will be an accredited internship program here at the high school, and students will get 3 to 5 credits for joining the Geek Squad.
And the idea simply is that this fits in with our CTE programs. The whole idea is we want our students to intern in the fields that they're interested in, just to get to know whether they like it or not, and then possibly major in that in college. So this fits in with that program beautifully. And our students will be working here and repairing our Chromebooks. 2,400 Chromebooks in the district.
And
what
counting.
percentage of breakage are we talking about? Somewhere around 10 to 12% overall?
This year we're looking
A
at
little
probably
higher?
closer to 20%. So we
Okay,
got some work to do.
so there's major work going on in this room, and we want to thank these students for making it possible.
Great. Vernon, we haven't talked in a little bit, so there are some major things going on, and I just wanted everybody to be aware of all the things that are happening. Annie Jr., the Glen Meadow musical, Annie, was fabulous. Look at these wonderful students and all the work that they did. The reviews were outstanding, and I just want to congratulate all of these wonderful students who sang their heart out, who acted, and played a great role. You know, this is not, we have not had a musical at Glen Meadow for a long time, and then in the last 3 years we have had this. So kudos to Mrs. Singerline for all of her work and Mrs. Sandler for all of her work with the students. These are real professionals. Speaking of great things at Glen Meadow, Daniel Burke, alto saxophone. He was the Gold Award winner at the Jazz Band Festival. And our jazz band coming out of Glen Meadow also received Outstanding Saxophone Section. So kudos and bravo to all of them. All right, here are our seniors. They are fabulous. Sam is going to the U.S. Naval Academy, and David is going to the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. And they were honored last Sunday by Josh Gottheimer. So congratulations to all of them, to both of them. We're very, very proud of you, men, and I know that you will serve this country well. Philadelphia chefs came up to Miss Nadu's class for the advanced culinary class, and it was wonderful because, as you can see on the right here, you had the person from the school talking about the importance of the hospitality CTE, what students can do with a culinary degree, etc., and the school in Philadelphia. But then the students turned around, and you can see on the left, the practicing professionals showed them how to make the certain things. So this was a terrific class, and I thank Ms. Nadu for continuing to invite professionals into her class. She has invited, I think, 3 professionals just in the last 2 weeks into this class, and our students are the beneficiaries. So kudos to Mrs. Nadu and her terrific students. Math and Language Arts Park testing is now completed at the high school. This is exactly what it looked like in the gym. It was also done in the cafeteria, and it was also done in the 9th grade academy classes. So because of the great work of Dr. Anderson, her administration team, Matt Shea, and all of the supervisors, particularly Russ Rogers and Karen Stokel, and our students, what we had was students all taking the exam on the same day for the same amount of time. So it was 6 days. Also, thanks to Chris Lackaruba for all of his hard work on this process. Chris will continue to move on to Glen Meadow this week as they start their testing on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and finish up with Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of the following week. Taste of Vernon was up Monday night at Heaven Hill. If you were there, you saw a crowd like this. We enjoyed a great time. I had a great conversation with some real estate people about sales of homes in Vernon. and how that's going to bolster our kindergarten numbers. Also had a great discussion with some of our folks who are involved in town politics. It was a wonderful, wonderful evening, a great cause, and I just want to thank all the restaurants once again. These were the same restaurants that helped us out during the blackout. All these wonderful restaurants in town who take care of us, and we should take care of them. Our chamber orchestra played for them as well. That was the highlight of the evening. Last Thursday evening at the board meeting, we honored the Governor's Teachers of the Year and the Educational Support Person of the Year. I just want to once again honor all of these people, Keith, Lori, Natalie, Amanda, Mary Rose, and Suzanne as our Governor Teachers of the Year for each of their schools, and Sue, Leah, Karen, Rebecca, Janet, and Jana for Educational Support Person of the Year. Really, these are outstanding people, and I just thought I'd show you some pictures of them and their families. Of course, there's Karen Lagas with Natalie, and there's Mrs. Whiteman, Sue Whiteman with Dr. Kosick, Miss Maslewski with her family, Mrs. McDougall and Miss Murray with their principal, Joe Picarillo, and of course, Mrs. Keene, who is not only the County Counselor of the Year, she is the New Jersey State Guidance Counselor of the Year with her family, and of course, the dog that she brings to school for her students. And of course, Miss Cummins with her family, educational family, of course, at Rolling Hills. And there's Mrs. DeCenzo and Miss Walker, Mrs. DeCenzo with her husband and Miss Walker with her child. Again, some of the great support people that we have in the district. 2 weeks ago, Joe Picarillo hosted a meeting for the career and technical education people who are involved in the program. Now, there's a lot of people involved in this program. There's now 8 CTE programs. All these people were from the community. They work in the field. They were also the teachers that teach in the field. It was the entire CTE community getting together at the high school to make sure that those programs are first rate. Robotics team headed out to Selective Insurance. Bring Your Child to Work Day was last Thursday. They went over to Selective Insurance and did a great presentation for all of the people who brought their children to work at Selective. It was a great day had by all. And Winslow had its graduation for our Rolling Hills students, and I just wanted to put these wonderful pictures in with our fearless students who ride horses. God bless them, and the people at Winslow and their teachers for a wonderful morning this past week. The Scholastic Reading Certificate for Rolling Hills is a really special award, and I want to congratulate Nicole Gagliostro, the librarian, and also Dr. Stumper and all the great readers at Rolling Hills. They read thousands and thousands of hours of reading during that week, and we just want to praise them for all of the great reading that they did.
So, congratulations and thanks to all of our wonderful readers at Rolling Hills, their great principal, Dr. Stuart Stumper, and their wonderful librarian, Ms. Gagliostro, and all that they did. I just want to remind everyone that there's a survey that's coming out today in the digital backpack along with this podcast. The survey is from Mr. Scott Wallach, who's responsible for our security here. We do a survey every year for community about our climate here. So I want you to take a look at that. That will be online and it will be on our website, but also in the digital backpack. Now, that's not to be confused with the survey that the board is going to release through the efforts of Dr. Michael Peake and others on that committee, and that will be released soon in order for our community to talk about the climate and their concerns about the school district as we move forward with not only the hiring of the new superintendent, but all issues relating to the community. So look for that as we move forward. And again, it's beautiful weather. Have a great weekend.